Wait, you haven't retired yet, Gary? So when are you going to retire, Gary? Don't you know you could have collected Social Security like 2.5 years ago, Gary? Didn't you sell your company years ago? Well, Mark retired years ago. Well, I get it if you don't have enough money. Okay, enough with all the questions. This is my retirement decision, nobody else's. So let's go talk about it. Hi everyone, and first off, thanks for coming to the channel, The Ambivalent Retiree. You know, why did I pick that word, ambivalent? Well, I mean, frankly, like probably many of us, I have mixed feelings about retiring. You know, I've worked for 40 years and pretty much at the same career. And even though it sounds great to, you know, not get up in the morning and sleep in a little bit or go do the various hobbies that I enjoy and my wife enjoys, you know, that all sounds really great. But the reality of it, so much of our identity can be or is related about what our career has been and what we've accomplished over the years. My wife and I have just kind of did a little exit ramp check. This year we've been taking off a few Fridays, a few Thursdays and Fridays, just trying to test the water and see what it's like to not get up early and start the day going to the office and doing our normal routine of working at the company. So I would tell you that that's been very good. But at the same time, I'll tell you, there's certain days that we're taking off and I'm thinking in my mind, how do you fill 8 hours a day, you know, doing things at home or going to do some of the hobbies that you enjoy? I mean, it sounds great, but it's a lot of time to fill what would be 7 days a week. So not a simple decision. And then to give up, again, that career that for many of us, I mean, it's a big portion of our identity. You know, when we're talking to people, it's many times, you know, what do you do for a living? What have you done for a living? So that all runs through my mind as well. And I'm primarily talking about myself. My wife, Vicki, she has her thoughts and of course, what she thinks of retirement and her plan and how we're trying to come to a point where we're in agreement on it. You know, what I'm going to share on the channel, again, is just my experiences. I know everybody's going to be different on how they feel about retirement. You know, some of those questions that I began the video at, I mean, I've heard them all. I'm sure you guys have also. And I've heard many other ones. You know, the ones that I'm hearing more often now is, well, you know, Mark retired. Well, you know, Chris retired a year ago. You know, Denny's getting ready to retire. When are you going to retire? And I just tell people I'm still thinking about it and considering it. You know, right or wrong, I still enjoy work. I still enjoy, you know, getting a paycheck, still putting money away in my 401k and my HSA and those type of things. So I enjoy that. You know, Vicki and I will have a lot of decisions to make. I'll be qualifying for Medicare this year, so we're already starting to look into that a little bit. Vicki will have several more years before she'll qualify on it. So, you know, we're going to have to consider covering Vicki under COBRA for 18 months and then eventually getting onto the healthcare.gov program for her. And then we also are going to have to decide, you know, on Social Security. When am I going to take mine? You know, I don't know. I don't plan on taking it immediately after I retire, assuming that I retire sometime this year. Vicki's several years younger than I am, so she's definitely wants to wait before taking hers, so we've got to take a look at that and how that impacts our finances and things of that nature. So a lot of things, you know, that we'll be looking into, and many things that I'm sure you guys either have already considered or already implemented and trying to make decisions on right now. We'll be meeting with Medicare folks, agents here in the next month or so for myself. So that's going to be a new period that we're going to be taking on. But I'd probably say the big thing is, for me, is giving up that career and then filling the time of 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. And, we have a lot of hobbies that we do enjoy. And I'll share some of those over the next few videos of what we're doing, what we enjoy doing. But anyway, this is the overall part of our, what our channel, my channel is going to be. What is maybe interesting is I haven't pulled the trigger yet. So I'm looking for some guidance, some advice, maybe some of your stories of what you did and what led you down to the final decision to go ahead and retire. And, it may be next week, next month, next year. I'd be surprised if it was next year, but that's kind of my journey of what I'm into right now. So please, if you would, and you find it interesting to have conversations about this or just kind of hear what my experience is going to be going through it virtually live now, please subscribe to the channel. Would love to hear from you and keep you updated on my retirement journey. So anyway, thanks for checking in on me, and we'll talk soon. Thank you.